ภาพยนตร์ยุโรปรางวัล LUX Audience Award 2025 เข้าร่วมกับเราที่พิธีมอบรางวัล LUX Audience Award 2025 ซึ่งเฉลิมฉลองภาพยนตร์ยุโรปและประชาธิปไตย
We were greatly looking forward to welcoming the very first Vice President of the European Parliament, Sabine Verheijen, here with us tonight. Not only because she's a leading figure in the Parliament, right, but also because of her vital role as Vice President in charge of the LUX Audience Award. And even in her previous position as Chair of the Parliament's Committee on Culture and Education, she really has been one of the driving forces behind the LUX Audience Awards for many years now.
Unfortunately, she cannot be here with us in person today. But luckily, due to her unstoppable commitment to European cinema and the LUX Audience Award, she has been so kind to deliver us a special video message. So please join us welcoming Sabine Verheijen on screen.
Dear friends, esteemed guests and lovers of European cinema, it is my pleasure and honor to address you today for the LUX Audience Award ceremony, a moment where we celebrate the power of film not only as an art form, but also as a catalyst for debate, dialogue, and democratic engagement. Take a moment to look around you. You are sitting in the seat of a representative in the hemicycle of the European Parliament in Brussels, a place where important decisions that shape our lives are openly and democratically discussed and adopted. I'm also very pleased that we celebrate this moment in unity, the members of the European Parliament, the partners of the award from the European Commission, the European Film Academy and Europa Cinemas, the representatives of the film sector, such as sales, distributors, cinemas, organizations, as well as many journalists, content creators, and hundreds of citizens, all gathered to prize the power of storytelling and our unique European cultural diversity. The LUX Audience Award is more than just a prize. It is a testament to the European Parliament's commitment to democracy, freedom of expression, and the role of cinema in reflecting and shaping our societies. Through this award, we bring European stories closer to people and, just as importantly, we bring people closer to the work of the European Parliament. This year's 5 nominated films, Animal, The Homie, Flow, Intercepted, and Julie Keeps Quiet, represent some of the most urgent and compelling issues of our time, issues that are the core of the European Parliament's agenda. Animal explores the realities of labor rights, social inequality, and the struggle for dignity in the workplace. It resonates strongly with the European Parliament's commitment to workers' rights, aligning with its efforts to ensure decent employment, fair wages, and protection against labor exploitation across Europe. The Homie brings to light the complex and often painful history of colonization and cultural heritage restitution. Here again, the European Parliament is committed to addressing historical injustices and fostering dialogue on cultural cooperation and reconciliation, ensuring that Europe's past informs a future built on mutual respect. The Oscar winner Flow is a deeply human story about climate change, migration, displacement, and resilience, themes that remain central in the European Parliament's work. On climate change, mitigation measures, asylum policies, and human rights protections. In a time of growing global displacement, this film reminds us of the shared humanity that binds us together. The film Intercepted, which delves into media freedom, surveillance, and the impact of disinformation, directly connects to the European Parliament's commitment to protecting press freedom, combating misinformation, and ensuring democratic accountability, aligning with its legislative efforts to strengthen media independence, safeguard journalists, and uphold transparency in the digital age. Julie Keeps Quiet shines a light of gender-based violence and the fight for justice, a cause that the European Parliament has placed at the forefront of its legislative efforts. From the directive on combating violence against women to the continued push for equal rights and protections, we are committed to ensuring that every victim is heard and that no one suffers in silence. Each of these films goes beyond storytelling. They engage, challenge and inspire action. And this is the essence of the LUX Audience Award, a celebration of cinema that connects people, politics and European values. I would like to thank all the film crews for being here after a long worldwide tour you have made with your films. It is important to remember your films received acclaim, prizes, recognition within the European Union, but they have also resonated globally, becoming cultural ambassadors that transcend language and cultural barriers. And I'm proud that the European Parliament contributed in this success. This year, the LUX Audience Award has seen an extraordinary level of participation, with tens of thousands of people attending screenings across Europe and engaging in debate. More than 20,000 people voted, demonstrating that cinema is not just an artistic expression, but a tool for active citizenship. Just as film sparks dialogue, democracy thrives when citizens engage. The European Parliament is a space for debate. Much like the LUX Audience Award is a platform for exchange. Your participation in this award mirrors your role in shaping the future of Europe, through discussion, through voting, and through making your voice heard. So today, let us not only celebrate European cinema, but also the power of participation, debate, and democracy. Let's continue this conversation not just through film, but also through daily engagement in our communities, through debates and elections, and in every moment when our voice matters. Thank you very much.
Many thanks indeed to Vice President Sabine Verheijen for her powerful speech. Now, did you all know actually that LUX, the LUX Audience Award, comes from the Latin word light? And I think we can all use a bit of light in these times. And I have some good news, because I do see some light flickering. There it is.
In the disc. Can we get a drum roll, everyone? Can you give me your best drum roll with your feet? Come on, let's do it, because we have the trophy of the LUX Audience Award 2025 over there. Now, as the trophy enters the stage, let me tell you something, a little bit more about the design of this trophy, because it's been thought about very well. This trophy is designed to represent a positive version of the Babel Tower. Despite the fact that we as EU citizens, as Europeans, all speak different languages, we do share the same values. And the idea of the trophy is to symbolize precisely that. The fact that we have our multilingualism, we have our cultural diversity in Europe, but also, alike of many of the films that we will see tonight as well, it is to shed light and critically reflect on those values that we have.
Yes, and as the spirit of European film is back into this house of democracy, I think it's more than time that we welcome some other main characters, some protagonists, of course, of tonight. These are, of course, the representatives of the European Parliament and the representatives of the 5 nominated films.
Yeah, and we will ask for your utmost excitement, your utmost enthusiasm, your utmost warmth in welcoming them tonight, because please, can you help me in first of welcoming the chair of the European Parliament Committee on Culture and Education. Please give it up for Nela Riel over here. There she is.
Next to her, Director of Animal, Sofia Exaru, and producer Maria Drandaki.
Big round of applause. And they will join us here in a minute, but I'm very excited also to welcome tonight the director of Dahomey, Mati Diop, and her student also, Josea Goedje, who will be here with us. But please do give them a big round of applause in advance already.
Maybe they will come hearing this. I hope so. I hope so. Then, representing Flow, unfortunately, director Gilles Balades could not be here with us in person tonight, but joining him are his co-producers Ron Dijens and Gregory Zalkman, and co-composer Richard Zalupe.
Big round of applause. Now, may I also ask for your utmost excitement in welcoming tonight the director of Intercepted. A big round of applause, everyone, for Oksana Karpovic.
And last but not least, also the director of Julie Keeps Quiet is here with us, Leonardo van Del, and his lead actress, Tessa van den Broek.
However, the Lux Audience Award is not only a project by the Parliament, because its success would not have been possible without the great cooperation of all the supporting partners. So I want to give them a big, very warm welcome today as well. The European Film Academy, the European Commission, and Europa Cinemas Network. Please give a big round of applause to all three of them as well. And I will also say a very special thank you to Mike Downey. Mike, where are you? Can we see a hand up? There he is. Please give him a big round of applause, because Mike is the chair of the European Film Academy and honorary president of the selection panel. And to be really honest, I wouldn't want to be in your position, Mike, because you guys had the impossible job of coming down to 5 nominated films out of almost 40 films that were initially proposed. So thank you so much for doing that difficult job.
Then I'd just like to recognize that director Mati Job of Dahomey and her cast also, so Josea Guedje, have just entered the room. So an extra warm welcome.
Big
to you
round
all.
of applause to them.
And last but not least, we'd also like to extend our gratitude towards the 27 young talents, young film industry professionals who've been working a lot promoting the message of the Lux Audience Award and spreading the word about these great films. So thank you so much, young talents. But what really signifies the award for the European Parliament, and what role does cinema play in this European democracy? To answer all those questions, we will now welcome to the stage the chair of the Committee on Culture and Education, responsible for the Lux Audience Award. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Nela Riel.
This is absolutely exciting. I'm thrilled to be standing here tonight. It is an honor and also an incredible pleasure to be with so many cinema lovers here in the Temple of Democracy, as I would call this, to celebrate the Lux Audience Award, a symbol of our commitment to culture, democracy, and also European identity. This flamboyant ceremony reminds us of the power of cinema, which is not just an entertaining storytelling art, it is, of course, but also a true voice for Europe's conscience. As the chair of the Cult Committee, I am very proud of what we've accomplished, supporting the audiovisual and film sector through a strong Creative Europe program, strengthening media freedom, here of course I mentioned EMFA, and investing in your and our youth through Erasmus Plus and also the European Solidarity Corps. As Committee for Culture and Education, we are also responsible for the Lux Audience Award, one of the most important projects of the European Parliament. Our committee and the European Parliament itself stand strong behind a conviction. Culture and education are the foundation of a resilient, resistant, and also democratic Europe. Thank you. I think we cannot emphasize that enough, and that is why we as members of the European Parliament work to ensure that artists, creators, and also educators are not left behind, but on the contrary, empowered to help us shape the future of our European Union. Cinema, in this case, is a mirror, an amplifier of our voices, and a warning bell. It challenges us to reflect, to feel, and to engage. In time of uncertainty, disinformation, and fake news, free cultural expression becomes a form of democratic resistance, I would say, a tool for truth, empathy, and dialogue. The stories told through cinema awaken civic awareness and encourage a culture of critical thinking, questioning, and also strong attachment to political accountability. The Lux Audience Award is a powerful tool for our communication with citizens, supporting European democracy and encouraging reflection on the values we defend as the European Parliament. As we prepare the next long-term budget of the European Union, we must not only protect the funding for European cinema, culture and education, we must actually strengthen and scale it up. The CULT Committee will fight for a budget that matches the ambition of our creative sector. In this case, that means for us 2%, because investing in audiovisual and cinema sectors is not just a cultural decision, it is, and I pointed that out before, a democratic imperative. We must also ensure long-term and stable support for European cinema, creators, culture and institutions, and educational platforms all across Europe. The strong citizens' participation in rating this year's LUX Audience Award films is a proof of democratic engagement at its finest. Personally, I could experience in my hometown Hamburg what it then actually means to be able to discuss the movies live and also share views about them. I had friends coming over for cinema nights, and that was just so, I would say, enlightening to share our views on these movies. Our challenge now, though, is to translate this engagement into long-term civic involvement, to encourage transparency, accountability, and participation at every level of governance. Democracy does not end at the ballot box. It lives through storytelling, community building, and holding our institutions on their promises. To the filmmakers now, thank you for telling the stories that stir Europe's soul. To our partners, Creative Europe, the European Film Academy, Europa Cinemas, thank you for your tirelessly advocacy and support. And to the public, of course, thank you for engaging. Keep watching, keep questioning and debating with us, the members of the European Parliament, and keep participating in the democratic life of our Union. Thank you very much and enjoy the evening.
A big round of applause, everyone, for Mrs. Neyla Green.